And the new spindle, very similar to getting it back on, except it's lefty. If you turn it to the left in order to get it tight this time. Best way is just to go ahead and tighten it with your hand as much as you can. Pull back on the fan on the other side and twist with your other hand until you can get it as tight as you can with your hand. And then what you'll want to do is just do the same thing with a nail or a screw. Pop it back in here. Just hold on to the fan and just kind of tap it down. Make sure it's tight. Make sure that that spindle's not going to come off. And that's just how you've replaced the fan. You have now replaced a brand new fan on a Kirby vacuum cleaner. This is really a lot of the times the problem with it. If your Kirby turns on real loud and you hear a noise, that's going to be what the problem is. Now to get it back together, it's very simple. What you want to do is you want to put the front housing back on first, and the front housing just sits through here. An easy way to guide it is to where the bag chamber, there's a little hole semicircle here. If you can just line that up, fit that through there. And I tell you folks, the easiest way is to take the biggest screw for the top. You'll see that these are the two biggest screws. The big screws go through the top, the bottom, the little ones go through the bottom. So just put one of the top screws back in first. And put it in some nice torque until you hear it click and stop. And then you want to go opposite corner, so if you do your top right first, do the lower left second. And then you can do your top left. And the most important screw that you want to put in last is the screw that holds the switch into place. And that's the screw that has the flat top around it. That should be the last screw, and you should turn down the torque on your drill a little bit for that, because that screw is going into a plastic switch housing. You don't want to really damage that screw. If you have it on a high torque, you can actually rip right through that. Okay, so now you have your front housing back on. Now all you simply want to do is turn the vacuum around, and you want to put your back housing back on. The bumper strips typically fall off when you take it off. These are very simple to put back on. You can see that there's little notches that will just hold the bumper right into place. And it will just fit all the way around, just like that, until it's wrapped around. Bumpers are back on. Make sure they're on tight, and then just hold them down while you push it down over top of the machine. Just like so. And then you want to screw back in. You just want to screw back in your screw to the lower housing here. Just like that. And then there's one more screw here. And then last thing was there are two screws here that hold that onto place. These are going to be flat screws just like this. They have a flat top to them as well. They just slide in and hold that front cover into place. Okay, now your front is back on. The last thing you want to do to reassemble is you want to put this back through. The plastic clip has two little clips here on the top, and then one little clip here that connects itself. The easiest way is to slide these clips up in the front first. Slide these clips up in the front first, and then your cord actually has this, which goes underneath of the plastic frame, and then you can screw your cord back down into place so your cord is not moving, and you'll hear that snap back into place. and you just want to screw your cord back in, just like so. Here's the screw that goes into the back. This is the torque screw. This just goes into the back here and holds the plastic on. Okay, now it's back set. The last thing that you want to do is you want to put your front back on. When you have your roller brush on, simply make sure the belt is off first. Then put the two little clips on the hooks right here. And then you just want to rotate the front latch, which holds it into place. Now, after it's latched into place, you want to turn the belt back to the green setting. And your belt is then engaged into the roller brush. And you can also reattach your bag. You can see the bag has a line here that lines up to a line on the metal housing. Line that up there first and push backwards until you hear it click. And finally, your handle is like a seat belt. It will sit back into place. You have a little hook here and it connects right into the handle bail until you hear it click into place. And then you can hook your bag back to the top of your handle, and you have now just changed the belt on your Kirby. Some dealers would have charged you $150, $160 to do that change. We here at Go Vacuum show you how to do this for no charge. We want to give you, the customer, the power to do the repairs yourself, just as long as you buy the parts from Go Vacuum. But log on today. It's govacuum.com. We have a great 60-day return policy on all of our parts. If you're not happy, send it back to us within 60 days for a full money-back guarantee, and we'll even pay for it to be shipped back to us. If you have any questions, give us a call. It's toll-free 1-866-468-2288. Thank you very much. Have a great day.